Well, good morning people, and welcome to the second part of the painting of the alacanti pikeman. Today we'll be working on some metal bits, predominantly these pike head and mail, which you can't see much of it on here, but I'm going to get these done first. So here are the colours used: lead belcher, iron breaker, roomfang steel, and Nuln oil. Now this is still the old Nuln oil, not the new one. So right, let's get stuck in. So obviously taking the base colour, now I have adjusted the focus on this, so probably doesn't look like it, but I have tried to get it to zoom in a bit closer. Hopefully pick more detail up. Sorry about shaky cam, like I said before, that's my setup. The adjustable arm and table. So taking a brush, this is a size 1 brush of the so-called excellent artist opus. For me, I don't agree with that. They're alright, but I wouldn't say the best ones on market. Well, that's my experience of it anyway. So right, here we go. Bit of water, still quite warm. I've got a fan running it back, hopefully you can't hear that. Here we go. So it's just a case of getting the lead belcher and the usual thing, covering the base colour on the pike head. So that's easily done, don't think anybody can get that wrong. Now I'm going to taper this off. The trouble is with these artist opus brushes that I've found is if you want to taper them, it can only go one way, and it's not natural for the way I use the brush. So anyway, I'm painting this on, but gently, which is picking out the mail. I don't know whether you can see that, just under the neck. Yeah. So that's that. There is some under the armpit here. Again, just gently picking it out so it picks out the mail. There's the smallest bit there, but we'll do it. And you can't see it from the front bit. Now I'm going to do these metal, or like a normal metal, but I'm not doing them till later, and you'll see why when we do the next video. So what I do now is I skip the middle colour when it comes to the mail. I'm going to take roomfang steel. Again, probably a bit extreme for some, but let's take it. Look, come out pretty thick, but it doesn't really matter. So just make sure there's a little bit on the brush, and just highlighting, very gently brushing on the mail, and a little bit under the armpit. Yeah, I'm catching some of the armour that needs to be painted, but that'll be done after, again in the next video. So that's that bit done. Now this is where we drop back on the good old trusty Nuln oil. I put it in a dropper pot. Okay, so you don't waste it. Still waste some, but so you don't waste it. Right, get an old brush, sit on a base coat brush, any old light brush that you can control the Nuln oil really. So let's start go up here. Don't know whether they can see how that's adjusting. Probably. Again, still bear with me, I'm still trying to get things right on how to get these videos better with what I have. Again, we go under there, and because we've used a brighter colour straight over the base colour, it will make the male have a bit more pop. So let's see, how do we see that? Because the lighting is better over there, I don't know. But hopefully it's given everybody the gist of how I do things. So the male itself's done. I've just got to wait for this non-oil to dry. Well, how warm it is in here, and I've got a fan running. Hopefully it won't take long. So we'll put the lead bilges to one side and non-oil, because we ain't going to need them. So that's some more clutter out the way from the painting. Yeah, so yeah, I'm hoping to do the unit of these, but I just thought I'd show you how I get on with stuff. For those of you who keep tuning in from 40mm content, don't worry, there will be some being done. So yeah, that's not too bad, it's near enough dry. It's manageable. What I should always do is wait for everything to dry, but this is fair enough for me. So what I'm going back to now is the iron breaker layer paint. Get that on there. As with all Games Workshop pots and paint, yeah, everything starts to get thick and gloopy, and you need to add this, that, and other. And I think the design to go off before you use them all. Personally, it's my opinion. I use some colours, I don't use them all. But not my bag, I'm afraid. So right, this is where the interesting bit comes. So I've got a semi-decent brush, not a brilliant brush. Now on here, I don't know whether you can see it, there's a ridge that goes down the centre of the pike head. So we'll just do that. And then either side of that ridge, there's the pike edge that tapers down. So we'll do that. Doesn't matter if it goes on too thick, as long as you leave a bit of the original colour showing around the base of the pike head. Oops, I think I've just caught the camera then. So making sure you get this side done. Paint's drying already. Yeah. And there we go. I don't know whether you can see that, folks. You can see it's popping a bit now. A bit bright silver. So, and then that leaves us to the last colour. Just let that dry a little bit. And the last colour is Roomfang Steel. I don't think it needs the high pop of Storm Coast Silver or whatever it's called. Well, I mean, look how gloopy that is. Yeah, it's mad. The original Games Workshop paints were a lot better, and I'm going back to the original ones from 1980 something. I've still got some of them, and they are still liquid form. So yes, the coverage wasn't as good. They were designed really to go with a white undercoat, but hey, at least things were made to last. And even the brushes were a lot better than you get now. But that's just my opinion yet again. So I've got a fine brush here, and this is the next bit. So we're taking that Roomfang Steel, turn it, taper your brush, and just towards the top just a little bit, just to change. There won't be much difference in shade on here because, yeah. So down the edge of the pike, then the centre bit there, using the side of the brush to keep the line nice and narrow. So there you go. That's the metalwork. The mail done that quickly, and the pike head done as well. So that's how simple and easy it is to do metal. Most people already know that, but as I do this in stages, I thought, yeah, show people who may not know how to do it out there. Well, thank you for tuning in for part 2 of the Alacanti pikeman. As usual, please like, subscribe, share, help me grow the channel. Thank you. Bye.